Hey guys, so today we're going to be repotting my little Alocasia corms that have grown into plantlets. You can kind of see they're in here in this little take-out container. This is soup. I think it was like wonton soup, but they are pressing up against the plastic and ready to go into a bigger home. Not a permanent home because they're still babies, but definitely not in here anymore. So these are little Alocasia amazonica polycorms that I found, well, plantlets now. They came originally from this plant here, which has lost a few leaves, but she has a new leaf coming in right now, which is really exciting. And I don't know, I just want to have like a really full plant, so I'll probably add some of the corms back into the pot to make it look really full and nice. And there's a little damage. I bought it at Home Depot earlier this year. So when I bought this, I never checked the roots or like the soil. I don't know why. Normally when I buy a plant, I like to change the soil out to like my own mix, but I guess with this one, I just kind of, it slipped my mind. But then when I noticed it wasn't growing for like I didn't get a leaf for months, which is really, really weird. I decided to check it, and of course, because it was Home Depot, when I checked the roots, there was like one of those nettings around the plug. Like, I guess when they transplanted the little baby into a bigger pot, they never took out their seedling netting. So all the roots were like strangled in there, kind of. It was really weird. But I guess it was just stopping, it was making it hard for the plant to grow, and stopping the roots from like thriving, you know. But also, when I did that, I found so many corms. It was crazy. I think it was like 10. I think there's 10 in here. I put them all in here. And it looks, I think they all sprouted. I guess I can see better once I open it. But I'm pretty sure they all sprouted, which is pretty crazy. Like a 100% success rate. It's really awesome. So I'm going to show you how I set this up. And then we're going to take them out and put them into a new little setup that they can grow more in. So let's put this up here. Okay, so here is a smaller version of the one that I have that is currently ready to be changed out. But this one is Black Velvet. I planted this September 28th, so less than a month ago. Yeah, so there's nothing really happening here. But what I like to do is take like a little jar with enough room for air and soil. And I put a layer of perlite in the bottom to stop it from getting too soggy and helping like air to flow through. I put soil and a mid layer here. I spray copper fungicide. I use this one from Bonide. There we go. Just because it's literally water and humidity trapped in a little container, so I don't want any like mold or fungus to grow. That would harm my plant. And I take the little corms, and it's kind of hard to see in here. I don't think you can because it's so humid, but there's like on the corm there's like a little root that comes down, usually like just a single root that's kind of thick, usually, and you put that, make sure that's pointing down into the soil, of course. Don't like bury it all the way. And then the top part is the part that's like really pointy, or like kind of pointy at least. So looking here at a bulb, you can see that the top, the pointy part, is where the new leaf grows, and that needs to be facing up. And the bottom is blunt, like a long blunt end, and sometimes short, but that's where the roots will grow out of, and that should be in the soil. And you want the bulb to be about halfway in the soil. When I have another alocasia to look for corms for, go corm hunting, I can show you. Yeah, and then I close it off with saran wrap and tape it so it's nice and sealed, and then label it, date it. Yeah, so you know what it is, and win. Okay, so I'm just gonna rip it because my scissors are not close and I'm lazy. But oh, oops, oh no! I should have gotten the scissors. I think I damaged that little one. But you can see here, most of them, or like 4 of them already have leaves, little leaves, which is really cool. And the other ones are like sprouting up. So I'm going to transplant them both because this was planted 2 months ago, less than 2 months ago, actually, like a month and a half. And that's crazy, a month and a half of growth. Whoa, pretty cool. Really exciting. Okay, so today I'm going to put them in a little seed tray like this. I already put some perlite in the bottom, just a little thin layer just to make sure the roots don't get soggy. And I mixed up some soil. For my soil, I didn't mix it yet. I'm gonna mix it now. Hold the lid on, trust me. You have no idea how many soil bombs I've set off in this apartment. So for my soil mixture for Alocasia, I like to keep it really airy. Maybe not as airy as I would for like some philodendron, you know, but like really chunky still, but with enough moisture retention. So I usually start with like with a base of Fox Farm. I think it's like Ocean Forest or something. But yeah, Fox Farm soil, and then I'll add in a little orchid bark, perlite, and always use the systemic granules just because I don't like pests. Who does? You can always refer to the soil mixing guide if you want to mix your own soil and understand how much drainage you need and what ingredients will give you that. I'm going to take this and I'm going to sprinkle some of this in here. Okay, it doesn't need to be too thick because at the rate these are growing, I'm pretty sure that it's going to outgrow it again really quickly. So I don't want the roots to be too developed. Like I don't want it to be really, really hard to get this out of here, honestly. Let me try this again. Just a little more. Here we go. Don't pack it too much. There we go. Okay, so you can see there, soil's in. Okay. Now with these little guys, I'm gonna try to take out. I'm scared. I don't want to hurt them, like their roots. It is still like a little too compact. Oh God. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Oh God, I feel roots breaking. Here we go. That's why the perlite helps. It helps so much. It really loosens it up so that you're not just fighting roots. Okay, so I'm going to make this damp so that the little seedling corms, sprouts, or whatever can kind of stay in place. Right, okay. So guys are hard to get out. Oh, here we go. Yay, first one. So cute. Look at that. I love it. Can you see it? There you go. Okay. So I'm going to take this. There we go. And I'm going to put it like, just make a little space with my finger. Make sure the roots are in there. And bam, success, one down. Success, one down. One down. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to try to work on separating and putting the others in. And let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so they are all planted in here. All of them don't have their leaves like unfurled yet, but they're there. Altogether, there's 10. I think in the future, I'm definitely not going to put so many in one little container. I didn't know they were all going to sprout. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that. Definitely psyched that they all grew. It's pretty cool. So I'm just going to spray this some more and make sure it's nice and damp in there. Like not like floating, you know, you don't want it, you want your plants to be swimming. But I want it to be like really, really humid once I close the lid. There we go. Yeah, here we go. And I forgot my fungicide. I probably should have done that before I put, oh well. There we go. Just missed it. There we go. It doesn't harm the plants. Here we go. And just to clear all of that off the leaves. There we go. Okay. So, really humid, right? So once that's good, cover it. And I like to tape the top of this. There's like little vents because you're supposed to put like attach a light directly to it. I just put it under my other grow lights, but I really want to trap the humidity in there, so I'll just let it be. But yeah, that's it. It's ready to go. So here are the Alocasias in their new home. I keep them under a little basic grow light from Amazon. On a bookshelf, you can see the humidity is ramped up and they look nice and happy in there. Just make sure that they get enough light during the day, and also don't put them anywhere too cold if it's winter. Make sure you keep them away from windows and in a nice warm room. And they should sprout really well and continue to grow. I think this was actually like the perfect container because the lid gives them enough room to keep growing. And if you look, all the leaves that weren't unfurled yet are starting to unfurl and grow a bit more. And some of them even have like second leaves growing, which is really cool. I feel like this is the best method I've tried with corms, but if you know a better one, please let me know in the comments. I'm always open to try something new. I'm so excited for these little leaves to grow out and get those really cool markings, and I'm gonna have so many alocasias because apparently they're extremely easy to grow. Well, fingers crossed. Let's not say that. Winter's coming. You might check back in, they're all gone, but hopefully not. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for joining today. I'll see you next time. Bye.